What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com.
Here are my DFS picks for NFL Week 18 sleeper picks.
These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button
And hit that bell icon
so you don't miss our new videos.
In this video, I'm going to give you some of my top DFS sleeper picks, super low priced and low ownership players that could crush value this week and give your lineup an advantage over the field. These are risky plays meant for large tournaments only. Don't go all in on any of these guys. They are high risk, high reward picks. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, NFL Week 18. It's amazing how fast the season has gone. Playoffs coming up. Gonna be an exciting playoffs run here. Who do you think's gonna make the Super Bowl? Leave a comment below. But let's get into this. So at the quarterback position, my sleeper pick is Deshaun Watson from the Cleveland Browns, playing the Pittsburgh Steelers, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall. They're middle-of-the-pack defending opposing quarterbacks. Deshaun Watson has averaged 14.2 fantasy points per game on the season, gets an average of 6 rush attempts per game, gonna be about 4% owned, projected at 18 fantasy points here this week. He's only $5,600 DraftKings salary, $1,200 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 40 points scored in this game, with the Browns trailing by 2.5. So Deshaun Watson has scored 22, 13, and 13 fantasy points in the last 3 games off of 8, 3, and 6 pass targets. So we know this guy wants to get back into tip-top shape. He wants to strut his stuff in the last game of the season, show people what he can do here, get a handle on this Cleveland Browns offense. So I think he's in a good spot to put up big numbers. So I like Deshaun Watson here versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay, let's take a look at the running back position. Now, it was hard to find a sleeper pick here at the running back position. A lot of these low ownership running backs, they might not get a lot of play time. You got to be careful this week. Some of these teams that have their playoff seeds locked up, they're going to be extra cautious with their players, especially because of what happened last Monday night. You know that is fresh in everyone's mind. So if they're not playing for anything, these starters or these stars of these teams may be sat or may sit down the second half. So you got a guy like Ezekiel Elliott at only 3% ownership. An interesting one here actually is Raheem Mostert. He doesn't have a good matchup versus the Jets. Raheem Mostert from the Miami Dolphins, but they are playing for a playoff spot. Let me just check it. Where are the Dolphins here in the playoff hunt? Yeah, they're on the bubble. So, I mean, they're trying to win this game. So, he doesn't have a great matchup, but he should get the bulk of the carries. But the sleeper pick that I have for you here today is Elijah Mitchell from the San Francisco 49ers, playing the Arizona Cardinals, who have the 3rd worst defense overall, give up the 4th most fantasy points to opposing running backs. So Elijah Mitchell, he is backing up Christian McCaffrey from the 49ers. Now I do expect McCaffrey to get the bulk of the carries, but if the 49ers take a big lead in this game, they may be cautious with Christian McCaffrey and put in their backup running back Elijah Mitchell. So he has scored 6, 6, and 10 fantasy points in the last 3 games off of 7, 9, and 18 rush attempts on top of 2, 0, and 2 pass targets. So if he can get 15 plus touches here this week, I think he'll be in a good spot. Only going to be about 3% owned. So he's only $4,000 DraftKings salary, $1,000 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 39.5 points scored in this game, with the 49ers favored by 14.5. So it's certainly a good matchup and a good running game script. Salary, I think, is just a little too low, because if they want to rest Christian McCaffrey here, they're probably going to feed the ball to Elijah Mitchell with a good matchup, low ownership, low price tag. I like what I'm looking at. So I like Elijah Mitchell here versus the Arizona Cardinals.
Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching.
If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal,
all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won.
And we'll send you $25 PayPal.
So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you.
Okay, let's take a look at the wide receiver position. Again, kind of hard to find sleeper picks. A lot of the sleeper picks or the guys with low ownership are coming from teams that they might not be playing the whole game, so they're extra risky. But if you want a sleeper pick here at the wide receiver position, where is he? Where is he? I gotta search for him. There he is. I like KJ Osborne from the Minnesota Vikings, playing the Chicago Bears, who have the 7th worst defense overall, give up the 12th most fantasy points to opposing wide receivers. Now, KJ Osborne has averaged 8.9 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 5.3 pass targets per game. Been on the field for 75% of the snaps, only going to be about 2% owned, projected at 8.9 fantasy points here this week. He's 4,700 DraftKings salary, 1,300 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 42.5 points scored in this game, with the Vikings favored by 7. So the Vikings have their playoff seed locked up, but I believe they do want to win this game to try to position themselves for the number 1 seed. And Chicago Bears, they actually want to lose this game. If they lose this game, I think they're going to get like the first overall draft pick or something like that. So the Chicago Bears with incentive to actually lose this game. And the reason I like this play is because KJ Osborne has scored 19, 5, and 35 fantasy points in the last 3 games, up a 7, 4, and 16 pass targets. So I could see the stud wide receivers for the Vikings taking a backseat role, playing it cautious. They don't want to get hurt. So I could see them rolling out a lot of KJ Osborne. And we see 2 out of the last 3 weeks, he's got some pretty good pass targets and some fantastic production. So he certainly has the upside when he gets the pass targets. It's a good matchup, and I think it's a fantastic game script here. So I like KJ Osborne as a sleeper pick here versus the Chicago Bears.
Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all the tools for NFL. NBA is right around the corner. This is a great time to get in and try everything for 1 month. The tools are all about saving research time. You can see the last 3 games, the fantasy points per game, the targets they got per game, so you can see how involved they are in the offense, the rushes they got per game. Seeing all this stuff on one screen helps you save time and make better picks. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Okay, moving on to the tight end position. My tight end sleeper pick is Noah Fant from the Seattle Seahawks, playing the LA Rams, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall. They're middle-of-the-pack defending opposing tight ends. Noah Fant has averaged 7.3 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 3.7 pass targets per game. He's going to be about 2% owned, projected at 7.5 fantasy points
here in week 18. He's $3,500 DraftKings salary, $1,600 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 42 points scored in this game, with the Seahawks favored by 6. So Noah Fant has scored 6, 9, and 14 fantasy points in the last 3 games off of 3, 3, and 6 pass targets. So I'm hoping he can get at least 5 pass targets here this week, but we can see he is pretty productive when he gets the opportunity. So I like Noah Fant here versus the LA Rams.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NFL slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck.